Hi everyone, welcome to Tom's Manshed. Now, as some regular viewers may know, I recently swapped cars from a Ford Focus ST3, which I'd had for 3 years, to a MG ZS EV. Now, I know they're both chalk and cheese cars. I dearly love both of them. I loved the Focus, but I'd only done 8,500 miles in 3 years. It was only doing 24 miles a gallon, 200 quid a year to tax, stuff like that. So even though I was doing minimal mileage, it was quite a dear car to keep on the road. I'd always fancied having a go electric, and I took a couple of test drives of the MG and absolutely loved it. Okay, up to 60 ain't got the outright performance of the ST, but up to 30, it wouldn't surprise me if it might even have the edge. But either way, I enjoyed driving both the ST, and I'm equally enjoying driving the ZS. So I thought I'd do one or two short videos on just comparing different features of them both. Like I say, I know they are chalk and cheese, but I've no access to any other cars. I'm not a car dealer, a car reviewer or anything like that, so they're the only two cars I had. And both being family sized cars, it could be of some use, even people not on the ST3 just getting a box standard Focus or whatever. So I've got about, like I said, about 4 things planned. I'm going to be doing a sound comparison, interior sound, a headlights one that goes into a bit more depth, measuring the lumens of the headlight output of each car. Another one on the acceleration and the 0 to 60 times of each one, including a 0 to 30 time. And I'm starting with this one, which is just comparing legroom and boot space. Get straight into it, comparing the legroom first of both cars and then the boot space of each one. Okay, this is the legroom in the front. Getting plenty for me. As you can see, with me, it's more a belly room than leg room. So yeah, I know I'm a fat so. Headroom in the front, I would say a full hand, including thumbs, including a thumb, up to the inner line, and then a tiny bit more with the sunroof. So 4 fingers and a thumb exactly to the roof lining. I'll measure that. I'll put that on the screen, what that is in inches. So that's in the front. Okay, so here I am sat in the back. This is my with my obviously driver's seat in the same position. I am quite short. I would say 5'8", 5'9". I'll put my exact height on screen. So yeah, I'd have told the driver would have it further back. But in my position, I have got, and it is just a comparison of the two cars anyway, so the seats will be in the same position. And that is to the actual seat back, 5 inches, the widest bit. There is an indentation there with a mat pocket for your knees if you held them together, and that gives you 6.5, just approaching 7 inches there. So as you can see, plenty of, that's my full hand movement there, if you can see that, plenty of movement there. And again, roof, it's the same, 4 fingers and a thumb to the lining. The roof doesn't go back as far as it does in the MG, so the sliding sunroof doesn't go back as far as it does in the MG. It's just a normal one over the front seats. Headroom, bit of a squeeze, so say half a thumb, yeah, 4 inches I would say. Headroom, 6 inches legroom. That's the Focus ST3. Okay, so here I am in the front seat of the MG ZS EV. Unlike the Focus, which has adjustment for the steering up and down and in and out, the MG only has it up and down, which again to me doesn't matter too much. I'm only short my exact height on the screen on the bottom, so I have my seat pretty far forward. So the legroom in the back is always going to be probably a bit more than it would be for the average height driver. But as you can see, loads of knee room. That's the position I have the wheel. The clearance above my head is to the foam side part of the roof is exactly a 4 fingers and a thumb. Now to the glass roof with the blind back and the glass roof, this is the exclusive model of the MG. The Excite doesn't have a glass roof, so you've got a bit more clearance on the glass roof, and that gives you another 4 fingers, so another, say, 4 inches. So absolutely plenty of height there. So that's the front seat. Let's just try the back one now. Okay, so here I am in the back seat of the MG. Now the leg room in here, I've got to tape measure this time because it's a bit further than the span of a hand. So if I put my leg vertical and to the back of the seat, that is 7 inches. We've got a full 7 inches there. So loads and loads of room. As I said, the seat is a bit further forward than most drivers will probably have, with me being on the short side. So, but yeah, loads and loads of room. You can compare that to the Focus we saw earlier on. And again, in the back, the headroom probably be about this time 4 fingers. So not 4 fingers and a thumb, 4 fingers, just a tiny bit less headroom. To the glass roof, you've got another 3 inches on top of that to the glass roof. So any passenger in the middle will have the full headroom right to the glass roof of sort of like 8 inches or so. So yeah, loads of legroom in the back. There's a pocket here. The seats don't go inset as much as the Focus did. It's more of a flat thing there, but that's the room in the back. Let's have a look now on how the boots measure up. As you'll see, I haven't put any dimensions on. There's plenty of other websites and even the manufacturer sites giving you the actual dimensions. All I've done is put objects in there representing something you might actually carry. And but as you see, the Focus was slightly wider but a lot less deeper, so that we could get more in the MG. But you'll see that now as you have a look at this. So that's the boot pretty much filled. I'll just flip the camera off the tripod, I'll show you close up. We've got a large box that a telescope came in that. We've got a small suitcase on wheels there and some boxes of some hi-fi components and things. And as you can see, it's pretty damned full. You squeeze a couple of little bits in there. I don't want to stack things higher because it will shut that now. And it will open, leaving the parcel shelf in situ. I didn't want to pile it higher than that. And also the back seats are still up. Could get a lot more in, obviously, with the back seats down, but this is because it's going to be a comparison with the MG. We're going to see how much, we know what we've got in here. We'll put the same amount in the MG and see how much space there is left over. Right, as you can see, the stuff is packed different than it was in the Focus. This case here was sort of like sideways on down that side to the right hand side of this big cardboard box, but it won't fit. Even though the boot is wider in the MG, the rear wheel arches intrude in a bit further, and that won't fit as it was. So at first I thought, well, great, we're not going to have as much room in here as we had in the Focus, but it is deeper this way. So I've arranged things in a different way. So everything again is under the height of the parcel shelf. I could get more in, obviously, if I stacked it right to up here, but I'd have no rear vision then. So everything's enabling the rear parcel shelf to close. I've put everything in as much as the same position as I can, but this is just to show you the extra I can get in the MG that I couldn't in the Focus. Now, one thing I have left out is I have got the boot on its lowest, so the boot floor on its lowest setting. So the charge cable, which I would normally keep under the boot floor and the raised up a level, is out to give me maximum boot thing. But you could lay that in there, no problem at all, or put it on your back seat. Again, with the granny charger as well. So I'll just leave the cable out. But these are the extra items that I got in that I could not get in the Focus. So we've got that box there. We've got that Game of Trivial Pursuit there. We've got this box. And we've got 2 bags down there. And that's it. The rest, as you can see, this George Foreman grill box, this power supply box, that case, Blu-ray player box, motherboard box, the big telescope box. So that's what we got in. So, like I say, these are the extra items that we got in the MG. All that down there. So not a massive amount, but an appreciable amount of extra space. I thought I'd do it this way with, like, I haven't got a massive collection of orange boxes like Bjorn, Tesla Bjorn has. So I've used probably something that's more realistic anyway, just general sort of things that you probably would pack in your boot. But that's the extras we've managed to get in the MG as opposed to the Focus. And like I said, that's with the boot on the boot floor on its lowest level. If you raise it up a level, which is the one I'll be using for day-to-day stuff, with me cables underneath it, there would obviously be less room. But if you were going on holiday, you'd use the lowest position, and you could always hide your cables in the inside the car or elsewhere. Because as in one of the other videos, if you have a look, I have fitted the spare wheel kit, and the spare wheel kit does take up more room than the kit that comes standard with the car. So if you haven't seen that video yet, take a look at that, and hopefully that's been of some use. So there you have it. Hopefully some useful information on the head and leg room and the boot room of each car. So like I said, I've got them other 3 Focus versus ZS videos planned. Then it will be just purely on the ZS, since the Focus has now gone. So hopefully there was some useful info there for you, just on the leg and headroom and the boot room. So don't forget, if you do want to be alerted to any new videos, click the subscribe button here on the symbol of the shed, and hopefully I'll have another one up for you very soon. But until then, bye for now.